Ta-da! Hello. What? Do you not love him? Hi everyone. This is my pet Jeff. That's all you need to know. I did not mute you. Try speaking up.
Hello?
There we go. She was hidden. I just had to fix it. It wasn't intentional, but sometimes, like, I have to have the Discord app open directly. Like, it can't just be minimized. It makes no sense. I don't make the rules. I just have to follow them. But anyways, hello everyone. This is my pet Jeff. And this is my other pet Sarah.
Hey.
And today, we're gonna talk about music. Right, Sarah?
I only learned this about 10 minutes ago, so yes.
And she only has herself to blame.
I don't. You don't tell me shit.
You don't ask me.
Because you won't tell me.
It depends. I didn't take away her drink. She never had a drink. She only ever had bread.
I've only ever had bread. Jeff is drinking your coffee.
You know what? He deserves it. He deserves the world.
I don't want to see Jeff on caffeine.
I want you to see Jeff on caffeine. Specifically you. Anyways, so when I say talking about music, I mean specific. I say specifically. I feel like it's music in general is a very broad thing to talk about, but I mean more in line with personal preference, taste, and our general thoughts on how many extremely specific genres there are.
Oh God.
Because I have I say comprehensive, I don't know if it's a comprehensive list, but I have a relatively big list of genres, including things that I don't even know what they are. And it comes with examples of like sounds, the songs. What is a song if not a sound? Hi Mikey, bye Mikey.
Hi Mikey.
Plus, I'm curious for you. Granted, I don't think you can do it in Spotify. Can you sort things by genre in Spotify from like your liked songs?
Not that I know of.
The most I know of that you can do is there's like those tags at the top of your liked thing that like categorize it into things, but I don't necessarily think that's true because there's this song called Bitch You Could Never that I have, but it's under bubblegum pop and it's definitely not bubblegum pop. So I don't know if I believe that. I
clicked on not middle finger.
Song or genre?
I clicked on the genre motivation.
How do you get middle finger from motivation?
Because one of the songs I think is called Middle Finger, and I was reading it, and one of the things is Such a Loser, and I'm pretty sure that is not motivational. Neither is Top of My School. So
Listen, I don't pay for Spotify anymore.
Neither is Gossip. I don't know what's. Yeah, no, this isn't accurate.
The only reason. Well, no, the only time I ever actually pay for Spotify is when they're having their desperate sales, when they're like, come back. And, like, I can get like 3 months for $10 because I'm like, sure. Why not?
I don't pay for it. I'm on my mom's plan and I have been for years. So
no, good for you.
How many songs are in your liked songs?
Probably not as many as you. I typically use Spotify for finding music because I think it's better than Apple Music in that regard. And then if I like something, I'll just add it on my iTunes through Apple Music. But right now, I have 424 because I just save things, and if I like it enough and keep replaying it, I eventually add it to my Apple Music and get rid of it here.
I have 2,259 songs in my like songs.
Yeah, that makes sense for you.
And it's a hodgepodge of a lot of different things.
If you could give me a ballpark estimation of like what you think your top genre is.
Musicals.
How did I know?
I'm just, it's like,
you
especially
and Faye both, let me tell you.
Okay, it's specifically musicals recently because of the Epic musical. That is the main reason that musicals are so high.
What's the Epic musical?
Epic musical is the retelling of the Odyssey through a musical, and it's been coming out bit by bit since like for the past few years.
Damn.
Or at least maybe for the past like year and a half, maybe. I think it's not been going on for that long. But so every few months there's a new EP that gets dropped of the newest songs, and so that just rekindles my love of it.
Okay.
So that's the main reason, and it's really, really good.
I know.
Like, even if you don't like musicals, it has some bopping music.
I know someone that said, because Faye said movie soundtracks. I know someone that exclusively, like almost exclusively, listens to video game soundtracks. Like that is his entire. You don't know him.
No.
But that's the only thing he listens to. Because I remember we once did a Spotify thing together, and all of the songs that were given from him were soundtracks to games that I had never played before. But like really almost orchestral soundtracks to these video games, and I'm like, you just listen to this normally?
I have that too for some stuff.
Okay, to me, I feel like I can't listen to something that's meant to clearly be a soundtrack for something for fun. Like, I would need it to go with something for it to make sense to me. Because that's a lot.
It depends. I know, like, I can listen to the Undertale soundtrack all day. And I can listen to that for fun because I love it. Same with Buddy Simulator.
What is Simple and Clean, Hide? What are you talking about?
Oh, I know what Simple and Clean is. I don't know. I don't remember what it's from, but it is from a video game.
I wouldn't know. I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
Hey, I knew what Simple and Clean was. I just have never played Kingdom Hearts, so I couldn't remember that it was from Kingdom Hearts.
I never played Kingdom Hearts, nor have I ever had the desire to play Kingdom Hearts. Probably because I come from a Disney family, so I'm already over it. Like, it was already a stretch when I played Epic Mickey. And that, I feel like, is even more Disney-centric because you play as Mickey. But no, I mean, I have some video game, obviously I have some video game music, but that compared to like soundtracks, which I feel like are much more geared towards some kind of cinematic experience, even in like a musical sense, because like they're much more grand sounding. But yeah, I don't know. It's just always been iffy for me. I remember when Shinny told me, and Hide, that she listens to escape room music.
I don't know what that means.
Apparently, it is a different word / categorization for trap music. I'm assuming because if you're in an escape room, you're like trapped. I don't get it though, but
see,
yeah.
Okay, here's my issue. Despite how much I love music and how much I've been into music and everything, I have a really hard time identifying genres.
I mean, a lot of people just lump them in with like general things, like the amount of things that are considered pop songs or just electronic, because I feel like there's a lot of specifications for it.
I just, when someone asks like what genre is the song, I get scared because I'm like, I think it's this, and then I'm scared I'm gonna look like an idiot because it's like, no, that's not even close to what it is.
Well, the good news is I never have that issue because I don't care if I get it wrong. I think you just have an anxiety around that for some reason.
I have anxiety around a lot of stuff, man. This isn't specific to this.
No, I don't think. I mean, I think over the years, obviously, as you listen to more songs, or even if you like branch out, because some people literally just listen to like one kind of song genre or anything. But if you branch out more, then that's gonna make you a bit more versed in like the characteristics of different kinds of genres. Because like I could tell you I could tell you, well, I could not tell you, I could hear a difference between like an electronica song and a synth pop song. Because they are different, but it's hard to explain.
I feel like I could, if you gave me two options and you said which one's the synth pop, I feel like I could probably tell you. But I would have to hear them.
Hide, I can only see you listening to specifically Persona music. Don't ask me why. That is the only thing I can picture. Sonic music is reserved for Shinny because that's what I know she listens to a lot of. She also listens to a lot of video game music. Both on purpose, on accident.
I have a lot of video game music. I have a lot of musicals. I listen to, I guess it's a lot of pop music. I have a lot of classical stuff that I listen to. A lot of folk songs.
Oh no, that's right. I'm remembering the times that we've been in the car together.
A lot of rock songs too.
And I'm remembering all of the things that you've had that I've listened to. But yeah.
I sent you a link so that we can make a blended playlist.
I join.
Okay.
Don't pay attention to my profile picture.
I know, I saw that. I was like, yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
But I have a rule for everyone who comes into my car.
Oh boy.
Specifically that they have to pick a number.
Hey, we share Cosmic Candy Girl.
I'm trying to even find. I made the blend and now I can't find it.
That's sad.
Where it went.
Shinny, I feel like you do like Sonic music though. In the sense of like, I feel like you have I've heard you singing Sonic music before, even if you don't listen to it. Because that's just what you end up thinking of. Is this a Five Nights at Freddy's song?
Which one?
It is. I can tell. It has the living tombstone as one of the people.
Yes. Listen, it's very catchy.
That's what everyone says. But here we are. You know, and I also love how it just gets Japanese near the end. Because, you know, why not?
That sounds about right for us too. No, I have a rule that you have to pick a number between 0 and up to now 45. And whichever number you pick, that's the playlist that we listen to when we're in the car. Because I instead of like editing a playlist whenever I fall out of songs or whatever, as soon as I start to skip a lot of songs in the current playlist that I'm listening to, I just make a new playlist of the songs that I want to listen to instead and add to that one, and then the cycle repeats. So I have up to 45 now.
That's too many.
And that's not including any of like my story playlist that I have, some mood ones that I have.
Oh, Hida, you don't even know. It's honestly, getting in Sarah's car is kind of like being in the Saw movies. But not because of the music thing. Because you're like possibly going to get in an accident.
You're the only one who feels this way.
Yes, but you're also the one that's had how many tire issues now, and you don't have a proper registration for your car either.
I have an actual registration. It's just out of date. My God.
That's bad.
It's not my fault.
Basically, if Sarah offers you a ride, decline.
I have paid for my registration. I
Where
have
is
filled
it?
out all the paperwork. They never mailed it to me.
And you
It's
never
not
got
on
it?
me. I never got it, and they never mailed it to me.
Well, you know,
I paid like $80.
you should contact them. As you can tell, Sarah has issues with her car. But yeah.
I don't do anything, and this happened.
I mean, in terms of like playlists, you've seen some of mine. I very rarely make new ones, and I've actually deleted a lot of them. Because if I'm not listening to something, or like if I'm not listening to a playlist, I'll just delete it. Cause like it takes up space, and I've learned that it also lags my computer if I have too many playlists with a lot of things in them.
Oh, I don't have that issue. Well, I have that issue probably,
I mean, that would
but I
explain
don't
a
care.
lot. Like I have the For When I Wanna Die playlist. I have the FP concert playlist, which was the set list that Perfume had when I went to their concert. I made that the night of the concert because I wanted to remember all of the songs they performed. I have my K playlist, which is literally just any/all K-pop songs that I can think of that I have. And then I have my Lemon Drop playlist, which is supposed to be the happier songs / more upbeat songs, which is kind of like the antithesis of the For When I Want to Die playlist. And then I have my Fuck You playlist. That's literally what it's called. I think that explains it for itself. This is Christmas Music Don't At Me. It is filled with a bunch of songs that would not be considered Christmas music, but to me they are. And then I have my horror music, which also I feel like is very self-explanatory. And I think all of them have a very specific mood in mind. But typically, I always go for like the For When I Want to Die because it has a lot of jams on it. It has like a good mix of slow mixed with like some fast pace. Yeah.
It's funny that we have Cosmic Candy Girl in the comment, which when I don't think I've ever heard this song.
You know, that's what happened with me and Shinny too.
Yeah.
When
It's just because we both listened to the Orion Experience.
Are you sure? Maybe.
Yes, because I've listened to a bunch of the Orion Experience songs. I just haven't heard Cosmic Candy Girl.
Well. And then, yeah, you don't even want to know. Like, we made a playlist.
He didn't say horror. He said whore.
Not. Why would I listen to horror music? For fun? Could you imagine me listening to like the Dead by Daylight chase sequence music just on an average day? Like just cleaning the house, and it's like, oh, there might be a killer behind that door. Yeah, no. I would not. I meant whore as in slut. I have a playlist dedicated to that music. Which, you know, I feel like, again, very self-explanatory. Horror, I don't think was.
I have a playlist, that's a very small playlist. What's it called?
This is the best kind of music to come on randomly. Oh, it's gonna go on like this for 30 minutes. Oh god.
What music is it?
It's the Yoshi's Island music, but it's when you hit one of those fuzzy things.
God, I can't find the playlist. I know it exists somewhere. It's a playlist that I made for when we were playing on the modded server together.
You made a playlist for that?
Yes, because I was getting into my vampire era.
Okay.
I was
Your
jamming
Minecraft vampire era.
I've Minecraft vampire era, and I was jamming to it. I can't find it though.
See, Sarah's the type of person, as you can tell by her 45 plus playlists, to just make a playlist because she feels like it.
It's true. I have a playlist called The Showdown, which only has 2 songs on it right now, but I do add to it when I find a song that I think would fit.
What is the fit?
Well, the 2 songs in here right now is Roundtable Rival by Lindsey Sterling and Ludacris Plus by Jaroslav Beck.
Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna know those songs. I'm talking about like what's the vibe supposed to be?
Like epic, like a battle sequence would go to it.
Oh, I can make anything into a battle sequence. Sabrina Carpenter Espresso. I've never heard that song.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yoshi's played it for us.
Yes, but I haven't listened to it. Like
you heard it.
I don't remember what it sounded like. I can genuinely say you could play me a random song and I could be like, sure, that's it. Like if you told me it.
That's off key, but that's what it's the basic melody of it.
I have no clue what you're doing. I've never had the interest. All I know is that she says something like, you want me because I'm like espresso, right? I don't know.
I know. Da 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 da. That's all. Yeah, that's the only 2 parts I know.
Okay, Hide, sure. Let's try your music. Wow. Look, Hide did his job.
Yay.
Hide, what is this song?
I don't know if I want to know what this is that he's.
It sounds like a lot of trumpets, well, fake trumpets that are not in tune. Okay. So this is what you listen to in your spare time, Hide?
It sure does sound like old school video game music, that's for sure. Sure does sound like.
Good job, good job. Okay. So, I mean, on that note,
I was gonna say the songs that were on my current playlist because there's only 13 of them.
Oh boy. We're not gonna know any of them. I mean, Faye might know some.
Faye's gonna know some of them because I have the entire Underworld saga from Epic the Musical, the Thunder saga from Epic the Musical, Your Ex Said You Can't Dance, Ludacris Plus, Language of the Lost, Look Who's Laughing Now, and Infinitesimal.
What?
Infinitesimal? It's a made-up word. This playlist was only made like 2 days ago.
Didn't you say you had over like 4,000 songs in your liked library?
Over 2,000.
Oh. I'm not that far off in iTunes. I think I have like 2,000. It says 2,489. And it says 5.8 days worth. So that's nice.
What is Yoshi doing?
But yeah, I have no clue what any of those songs are. I'm very much a I'm very much a if I like a song, even if it's ridiculous, I will listen to it and I will save it. And that's
what I do.
Always listen to it, but when I do have that mood come up, I'll be like, this is the only song that can solve this mood. Escape the Backroom song.
Yeah, the one we were
Oh,
the one that was
God.
playing.
Do you even
I
know what
can't
that
even
song
remember.
is? Something about an intestine. An appendix?
No, bladder.
Bladder, I see.
Tasting your bladder. I can't remember how it goes though already, so it's probably a good thing.
Well, hold on. Let's see.
But I do the same thing where it's if I hear a song that I like, then I just save it to my like songs. What I used to do with my liked songs is I used to use it as like a holding cell.
Oh, what?
That's what I call it, like a holding cell where it's like I want to listen to the song but I don't want to listen to it now. It's kind of like a watch later but for music. And then I changed it how I was gonna do it, and I started just saving all of my songs. And so there's a lot of songs that I listen to, but are not on my saved or not on my liked songs. So I'm slowly adding to that growing list.
I found it.
Oh god. Is it like from the game or is it separate?
It's from the game. Oh, it has lyrics. It has
Send it.
This was a song that Sarah, for some reason, was jamming to yesterday.
Listen, I'll jam to most things.
But yeah. Look, it's you day. It's you day. Fasten your meat belts. We're going to eat ceilings.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Ew. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there because I feel like these were AI generated lyrics. It says better use your mucus because your name was Christopher. So we're not gonna talk about that song anymore. That's gonna be Sarah's guilty pleasure song. I feel like half of Sarah's arsenal of songs are guilty pleasure songs. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, okay, me and Sarah have one common, I say common, it's not in the sense of we listen to this person all the time, but we have one artist that we both have listened to separately, I think, originally, right? Did you listen to him before I'd ever mentioned him?
Yes.
Okay, so we had found him separately through like our own memes, and then one time
you introduced me to a lot more of his songs because I was in a very narrow field.
the only reason I knew some other ones of his songs is solely because what I mean was the EP called Touchtone Telephone?
Yeah.
That plus when I heard those songs, I thought this person's ridiculous, and so I had to look for more music by him to see what else it was.
I only had listened to like 3 of his songs by choice.
Basically, there's this guy. He's called Lemon Demon. That's not his actual name. In fact, I sadly know his real name is Neil something because apparently there's this like feral online fandom for him. Yeah. I learned about through Pinterest of all things. But yeah, and he, how would you describe his music?
Existential.
Not the lyrics. I'm talking about the actual like genre.
Huh?
Because I feel like it changes wildly depending on the song. Because he has some songs that are more rock leaning. Some that sound like they would be 80s songs.
Yeah.
Some that are more experimental electronic sounding, but all of them have this vague, unsettling nature to them.
Yeah.
And I think
or absurd nature to them.
The way that he sings lyrics sometimes, and also just the lyrics themselves. Like a personal favorite of ours that we both listened to for the first time was this one called Trains.
Fuck yeah. Trains. Unironically, one of my favorite songs.
We were literally going, Sarah was driving. We were listening to this in the car. I don't even remember where we were going. We were like going to Grammys or something. I don't remember.
It was New Year's Eve. I was either driving to your house to drop you off, or we're driving to Grammys to
All I
celebrate
know
New Year's.
is neither of us had listened to the song before, and we put it on for the first time. And when you're listening,
Well, I'm driving through downtown Orlando.
when you're listening to a Lemon Demon song for the first time, and you're listening to like the lyrics and you're trying to make sense of them, you go on a journey because it never goes where you think it's gonna go. And
You can never guess how a Lemon Demon song is going to go.
nor the switch ups in the song itself, honestly, because there was a lot of eerie parts in that song.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's like this random breakdown that happens, and it made me want to break down. Like, it just, yeah, it's hard to describe. I recommend every one of you listen to at least one Lemon Demon song. That I wouldn't say start with Trains. Also, do not start with Two Trucks, because
I feel like Two Trucks is a fairly well-known Lemon Demon song, but by a very specific community, and they don't know it's Lemon Demon. That's how I think it is.
well, that's the thing. People will know the song, and then they'll be like, "That was a weird song," but then they'll never look into any other songs by him. Which, you know,
you wanna
understandable.
A Lemon Demon song that I didn't know was Lemon Demon, that I actually, it was technically my first Lemon Demon song I ever heard. Years and years and years ago, in the early days of YouTube, was The Ultimate Showdown. And
yeah.
I remember seeing that animation. That animation for it haunts me.
Haunts you.
I don't know why, but it makes me so uncomfortable.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll summarize it in a very digestible way. Two Trucks is about two trucks having sex.
Having sex.
And that's honestly all you need to know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Really Cool Wig. This is what I'm saying. Like, just by reading the title of these songs, I'm suddenly being brought back to a lot of crazy things. Because I'm pretty sure what happened was me and Sarah, we listened to the entirety of his, I mean, it calls it an album, but I would probably call it an EP because it's only like 7 songs, but it's called Nature Tapes. And that had Two Trucks on it, that had Trains, Really Cool Wig. I remember we were listening to Jaws. That was weird. But yeah. But I think the generally speaking
Mask
easy
of My Own
way,
Face was creepy.
yeah, I mean, a lot of them were. But I think the easiest way to get into Lemon Demon would probably be through Spirit Phone, not
Spirit
Touchtone
Phone.
Telephone.
Yeah, Spirit Phone.
Specifically, I would say
As Your
start with
Father,
Cabinet Men.
Yes. Cabinet Man, Touchtone Telephone, and then also Eighth Wonder are the ones that I knew of beforehand.
Because I feel like those...
They are the most normal.
They're the most normal to some extent. Don't look too hard at the lyrics. Like, even then, if you actually look at the lyrics, you're going to be very confused. Because I'm pretty sure Cabinet Man's literally about either someone or something living inside of a cabinet arcade machine, and or the arcade machine being alive and sentient. And, like, it died because people killed it.
But then it was also killing other people.
Yeah. But
including
yeah, you know,
eating maintenance men.
I do think When He Died, though, is an accurate representation of how I want my legacy to be. Because it's just recounting the entirety of the story of what happened after a man died. But it's really complicated, and there's mystery behind it. And that's how I want it to be.
If you want just like a really good song, like kind of almost an 8-bit song to listen to, Angel Fire, the bonus track, is just a really good song.
And if you want to let off some steam, Angry People. Let me tell you.
There is randomly the chorus to As Your Father, I Expressly Forbid It will randomly pop into my head sometimes.
I always just think about Soft Fuzzy Man.
Yeah, you would. That is one. That is a you song. That and Sweet Bod, I feel like are you.
I love Sweet Bod.
I know you do.
I specifically love the bonus track version, and I don't even know why, but it just it scratches a part of my brain. I can't explain it.
And that's what Trains does for me.
Yeah.
When we go ride the Bright Line, I'm gonna just be singing Trains.
We're not gonna get in. But okay, there's also that part in it where like he shrinks down the person and he's like, you little fucking midget, like
an artery shut. What you gonna do? What then? The fucker.
It's so bad. Anyways, okay, but yeah,
it's me. It's very much me.
Basically, the only way that we share something is through being unhinged.
Absurd means.
And yeah, and I feel like definitely he's not the only one to have a similar, not a similar, but like a uncanny vibe to songs. But I think his is much more whimsical compared to some other people.
You know, like that recent, that's not really a trend, but recent like thing where it's like forgotten music.
No,
okay. I've seen it mostly on Instagram, but I'm sure
you
it's on
mean the
TikTok.
stuff that doesn't actually exist?
Yeah.
I know that stupid 80s song that was passed around forever.
So that's kind of the vibe that his music gives.
Except you wish you could forget it.
To an extent,
so
maybe.
That it wouldn't be plaguing your dreams and nightmares. But yeah. So if anything, I recommend you all to go listen to either Touchtone Telephone or Cabinet Man by Lemon Demon. And when you find that ridiculous, don't listen to anything else by him because you'll find it even scarier. But yeah. Anyways, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
What do you think yacht rock is?
Spell it for me.
Yacht as in the boat.
Rich people music. If you're playing music, I can't hear it.
It kind of sounds like the beginning of a 90s TV show.
You might have to stream so I can hear it.
Okay, but if you start breaking,
It's a price we have to pay.
I can't fix you. Okay. It's okay, everyone. This is how this was meant to be. Get rid of that. Okay. Here, I'll also turn it down a bit more. Either that or it sounds kind of like mall music to me, you know? Like, here, listen.
It's like hold music.
Like, what music?
Hold music.
I mean, a lot of things can be considered hold music.
But there's like a specific kind of hold music.
I think of... Where is it? I don't know where I would even find it. Like...
No, I mean hold music, Shinny.
This is what I think of. No, that's not what I think. You know, I thought Bossa Nova sounded differently. I think I'm thinking of different things. Like, okay, here, for instance, this folk and acoustic, this is Sarah's domain.
I love some good folk music.
Do you like some good anti-folk?
I don't know. Oh yeah.
That just sounds like Weird Al.
Too. No, it doesn't. I know what Weird Al sounds like. That ain't Weird Al.
No, not him specifically, as in like that would be the vibe of a song.
Maybe. What is neo psychedelic?
Oh god. '70s music.
Yeah.
Listen. Oh look, Red Dirt. Okay. A very country by the waterside kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Or Axe. Oh, that's why, because we're in country. This makes so
You're
much
in
sense now.
country.
Oh my gosh. We have all kinds. See, this is what I never understood, what the difference, well, what made R&B R&B. Because I swear I looked up like what made it R&B, and it had something to do, from what I remember, with having emphasis on the second and fourth beats. No hide. Not sex. You cannot have sex to all of these songs. Thank you very much. Here.
What?
Never mind, you could definitely have sex. But some of them, they're not, okay? Listen, Trap Queen. Are you gonna have sex to this? Sarah, don't answer.
Okay. I don't want to get onto this tangent.
Which tangent? What sex music is?
The idea of listening to music while having sex. I don't understand it really, personally.
Because it gets people in a mood.
Does it?
The only reason I even know about Mitski is because of some playlist about having sex. I'm not gonna finish that sentence because that would be very incriminating if I finished that sentence. But that's the only reason I know about her music, because I discovered her through one of those posts. So I think it brings people together. Literally. Oh, okay. For a second. This is what you've been listening to, by the way. Can we talk about the nightcore craze?
I used to hate nightcore. I still am not a big fan of it.
Do you just not like high tempo songs?
No, okay. So the reason I don't really like nightcore, it's such a little sibling reason.
Oh no.
Because
no.
Andrew, I don't know if he still does, but he would listen to nightcore all the time. There were streams that he would tune into where it was just constant nightcore music, and he would listen to nightcore music non-stop, to the point that I was like, I hate nightcore music.
What, you just listen to it out loud?
Yeah.
I mean,
But also,
okay.
keep in mind, so when he was living in the same house as me, his room was right across, and he would play his music really loud, and I would be able to hear it.
Well, see, that's the thing. Anna also was she played a lot of music. Not only nightcore music, but also a lot of music that nowadays was considered very FMV forward. In the sense of, you'd find it in a lot of anime music videos.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
also how I found a bunch of songs that I ended up liking later on, even if I didn't like the nightcore version. And I think nowadays there are some people, there's some artists that are coming out with like EPs that are literally one song but a bunch of different versions, including like sped up versions and everything, which I don't see a point in, because you could just do that yourself. But I think nightcore in and of itself isn't bad, because it's not just speeding up. I also feel like it's speeding up with a tone shift too, because if you just speed up songs, they sound different than if you speed them up and up the pitch a bit. But yeah. Wait, Shinny, did you just say you were guilty of putting trap music on for a sex playlist?
I think she was referring to listen to a lot of nightcore.
Well, I also think back in the early 2000/2010 era, nightcore, because it was so prevalent online, a lot more people listened to it more frequently.
Oh yeah.
Because in that like YouTube space, you would see those videos everywhere of like nightcore versions of songs with anime girls on it, like, because that was always the theme. Like, I
Yeah,
still remember that one song, The Monster, How Should I Feel Creatures Lie Here? That song plays in my head rent free.
I have no idea what that one is.
Hold on. Now I have to find it for you.
Whitewashed?
Don't look at I'm not watching all of these things, okay?
No, I get it.
Nightcore. I want to say this is it because it is. I mean, it's from this one's from 11 years ago, so I would honestly trust this more. Okay, is everybody ready for this? Yeah. This is a classic. This is something Anna would not stop listening to. And it's also Token Anime Girl, but it's Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
And then it goes into a dubstep because they love the dubstep. That was another thing. Dubstep fell out of popularity, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because it like shifted from dubstep to like that really dancey drop EDM. Hide, I don't think you want to hear it. But it shifted to like that really drop heavy EDM, kind of like what Zed was doing and all that stuff.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like, okay, think of Clarity.
Okay.
Like, think that type of music. I feel like that's what dubstep shifted into in terms of like popularity. Because then there was like the Summertime Sadness remix that was everywhere. Maybe not for you. I don't know what you, but no, I feel like
I know what remix you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't even remember who the remix was by because that's not what mattered. But yeah, I feel like a lot of that music, it shifted from dubstep to that, and then from that, I don't even know where it went from there, honestly, because it died out of that into different stuff. And as of right now, I feel like popularity wise, you see a lot of like drum and bass songs, which is funny considering that was like an early 2000s genre that wasn't even super popular. Do you know what a drum and bass song is?
Probably, but I wouldn't know it based on what you calling it that.
Oh dear God, let me look up another song. Let me look up a Fruitiger Arrow. Also, I don't know why it's recommending me Genshin videos because I don't watch Genshin videos. Here. Let me look at the playlist. Let me look and find a good one. What are some of these videos? Who's Big Moochie? I could believe this.
We need to get Sara into... Hide? What the fuck do you mean you need to get me into rhythm games? I've been into rhythm games.
Here, let me find the chorus. I'll get there eventually. Hold on, it's gonna get there. This kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I know this, yes.
I feel like that is not that exact thing, but in that same vein is very popular right now.
Yeah, yes, I agree. I can think of a bunch of examples now. Like, you know, when you see like those people where they're just starting to play the drums over random videos.
Yeah. What do you mean more though? Like, I'm confused.
I play so many of them. I don't know what you mean by more of them.
You should have seen when she was in her Audio Surf and Melody phase.
Yeah, Melody's Escape, Audio Surf. I have played a little bit of Osu. Rhythm Doctor. No Straight Roads. Rhythm Heaven.
I miss those games.
Beat Star. Which games?
Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah, they're good games.
I wish they were ported more, like to newer consoles and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I would genuinely want to get them, because I remember playing demos of them as a kid, and they were always really fun. Not Osu. Here's the thing. Shinny's the only good one in this lobby. Talking about good people at rhythm games, Shinny's the only good one here. Because that game requires hand-eye coordination, which I do not possess. And I feel like Sara is very similar to me in not possessing it.
Depends. If I had a lot more practice, I could do it. But I don't have the patience more often than not. I'm really good at keeping a beat, and which makes me really good at stuff like Rhythm Heaven and Rhythm Doctor. Rhythm Heaven?
Rhythm Doctor, Rhythm Heaven?
I'm getting all my games mixed up. I can't speak.
Okay. I was never a Guitar Hero girly. I never understood the craze behind that. Plus, to me, granted, it might have been because I was a stupid child, but I remember the buttons and how you were supposed to like press them and strum at the same time in order to get like the notes to play correctly. Confused the hell out of me. So like I always thought it was impossible to play.
As someone who has played Guitar Hero's difficult.
Well, let's think. It's not like playing an actual guitar.
No, it isn't.
Okay,
I guess
dance games are separate entities.
yeah, those are.
Especially like DDR type games.
Once you get your whole body involved, that's a completely different genre.
That's not even just hand-eye coordination. That's just body coordination, which I also do not possess. Because that means I would have to like pay attention to the screen and know where my foot is supposed to go and not fall over, which I cannot do. But yeah, Just Dance is different. Just Dance doesn't have directional inputs that you specifically need to map to the floor in front of you. Because at least with Just Dance, you basically just copy what they're doing. And if you do it enough times, just like Sara said, if you practice it enough times with literally the same song just because you like the song, you will be able to do the dance regardless.
That's me with Saxo Beat for Just Dance.
Oh god, not Saxo Beat.
I have that dance memorized.
I'm trying to think. I think Oh No by Marina and the Diamonds is probably one of the ones that I remember the most.
That was a Just Dance song?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
There's a
I know the
couple of other
song, but I
ones.
don't.
I would have to look to see what game specifically would be my kind of game that I played a lot. Because I feel like you don't know until you hear it and then you're like, oh no, I play this forever.
Oh yeah. The piano tile games, I'm very good at those games. Like,
I never understood them. Not in the sense of how to do them, in the sense of why they were so popular. Because they had like a really big blow up when they first came out.
Because they are satisfying to do if you do them right. And they function a lot like an ADHD trap.
Trap.
Yes, that's what it's called. When you're watching those videos and like there's Subway Surfers, that's called an ADHD trap.
Oh god.
So they function very similarly because they can grab your attention, but they're also something that you can fidget with. But it's a good way to make your brain shut up. So it's very nice.
What is gross?
Core?
This is electronic, by the way.
Where?
I don't know. It sounds acoustic to me, but you know, I wanted to. What was the other one? The funk. The funk. This is what I just imagine plays in like Cyberpunk. There's a lot sad lo-fi.
You know what that music is? That's the music that plays for like on those videos on those like Instagram reels that are like you're doing something stupid. Like I'm trying to think of like how to describe it.
Of course you'd know that song, Faye. What's Vapor Twitch? Do you hear the vapor in the Twitchy?
It sounds kind of like pre-stream Twitch music.
So Faye. Charva. That just sounds like a 2010 song.
You're not wrong.
Bubble Trance. Where's the bubble? That's what I want to know. Japanese VGM, video game music. That's Hide's style of music. Right, Hide? Skyrim. I don't get Skyrim from that. That just sounds like Alias music. Which you're not even gonna get, but you know what? It's fine.
That's too silent.
We'll have intermediate breaks, you know? But yeah, I know. Okay, for you, question.
Wow.
Wow. What is your favorite video game music overall?
I feel like
Don't say Ni no Kuni.
No. I honestly, the music, I'm sure it's really good, but I can't tell you anything memorable about the music about Ni no Kuni. Honestly, when I think of really good video game music, I think of Undertale.
Wow, it's always Undertale.
I think Undertale and I think Buddy Simulator.
Buddy Simulator.
Buddy Simulator 1984. It's
Not, what, huh?
it's listed as a psychological horror game, but it's really good. Honestly, I want you to play it.
Is it a psychological horror game?
It kind of is,
Great.
but like not really. It's more like kind of meta, breaking the fourth wall type of thing more than anything.
Okay.
I don't think of it as a psychological horror game, but it's really fun, and it has like these little moments you're like, oh god, what's going on? But it's really good. It has really good music. It's and you can tell that it has taken inspiration from Undertale and the gameplay and everything, and like hidden bosses or whatever. But honestly, I think it would be really cool if you played it on stream and I watched you, because that would be fun.
Is it single player?
It's single player, yes.
But why is it called Buddy thing?
Because you play with your buddy.
Who's your buddy?
You have to play it to find out.
Why can't I just know?
Because I don't spoil the game.
Oh dear God. I think.
But it has some silly things that happen too. So.
Sayonara Wild Hearts, obviously, because it's a rhythm game, and it has pretty good music. But I think, actually, you know what? I think the Okami series has really good music.
I don't know if I've ever heard it.
Well, Shuni did play it once, and you're a fake fan, so.
How long ago did she play it?
Don't ask me that question. I don't know. That was back. You know what? Never mind. But because I remember I had played Okami Den first before I played Okami, and Okami Den is basically just following her son, and it's like traditional in a sense sounding music. Obviously trying to be like traditional Japanese sounding music because it's based off of like all of those mythological things, but I don't know, it fits the vibe of the game so well. I think good soundtrack to me also just means like it fits with the game really well, and it's memorable at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I can think of some games that have soundtrack that I remember, but I remember because I was like, why is this the sound that they decided to go with?
Another video game that has pretty memorable music is Portal and Portal 2.
True. And they're definitely leaning more into like the futuristic sounding stuff, which I feel like you don't get as much in that same genre. I feel like typically if you do futuristic, it's either really grungy, i.e. like cyberpunk or something, or it's much more almost cinematic, kind of in the same sense of like not Resident Evil, not Halo either. What is that game? Mass Effect. Because I feel like Mass Effect is much more cinematic and dramatic sounding, because it's very overarching story and spacey and stuff. Maybe that's it. Space equals cinematic. Because, you know, it's big, it's fast, they gotta fill up the space.
No.
Yes. Yeah. And obviously, you know, as we're hearing right now, Twilight
Zelda.
Princess. Twilight Princess specifically. I mean, I also do think
yeah.
Skyward Sword had some pretty good music too.
Skyward Sword has pretty good music. I don't think any
A
of
lot
like,
of Ocarina of Time songs just were very chilling. In like a very scary way. A lot of the temple ones, like I can tell you one. I can tell you one right now, actually.
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask have some kind of like
specifically this one. This was one that people remember to this day because of how very specific it is. Wait for it. It'll get to the part that you'll remember. There she is. Meanwhile, Sarah's like, I've never played this game in my life.
I have. I've
yeah, but you don't remember any of it.
I've played at least through this part.
Shani, Bayonetta has... I was gonna say something. Bayonetta has very specific music. But yeah, I feel like in terms of iconography of like how iconic a specific sound and or music tune is, Zelda does it very, very well. Because there's some songs like Zelda's Lullaby and all that stuff that you'll just know.
Yeah.
Even if you've never played the game. But yeah. And we're not going to talk about the Fire Temple either, because that one has like creepy chanting in it. Or the Shadow one. Oh my gosh. That one's terrifying. But yeah. And that's why I feel like if you have a game, especially a story-driven game, that doesn't have a very good soundtrack or a very memorable one, other than like maybe atmospheric, then it's probably not going to be as interesting.
Yeah, no, and it's, have you seen those like movie scenes with like they took out the music?
Yeah.
It's such music is such an integral part.
It's how people feel things. But also there's that, what was that one movie? The one where the music was extremely loud to where you couldn't even hear the dialogue?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was the movie with Robert Pattinson. No, it wasn't. He wasn't in it. Hold on. Or he was and I'm misremembering it. It was the one where they were going through time. I don't remember.
Back to the Future?
No. Not an old one. A newer one. But like Tenants, I think. That's what it was. I know you don't know what that is.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But literally, the music was so loud at certain parts where you couldn't hear the dialogue. And people were like, what's the point of this? And honestly, I still don't know. But I watched a couple of videos on it that were basically explaining that it was probably along the lines of like trying to get a chaotic nature into the scene. But who knows? Oh, that's a good thing. What song makes you cry?
Avicii, Waiting for Love.
An Avicii song?
Yes.
Wow. Why?
Especially if you well, because I watched the music video for two reasons actually. I watched the music video for it, and the music video is just and then also because I because I relate it to DOG. Another song though is Above the Clouds of Pompeii.
Bye.
I don't remember. Let me find out. Above the Clouds of Pompeii. Bear's Den.
Never heard of it, but you know what? That sounds right.
It's such a heavy hitting song.
I can think of two songs. One of which is earlier, one of which is more recent. That makes me cry for different reasons. Because the first one has nothing to do with me or anything in relation to it. But finally, it's also a Mitski song. I remember I don't remember where I specifically saw it, but I was like, it said that Mitski's music is for sad gay people. And I thought that was very accurate. I think it's, if I remember correctly, the Mitski song, it's called First Love Late Spring. And it's a really slow song, actually. Like, way more slow than I would have ever thought I would have liked a song. And it has like this really rockin' guitar and bass riff that goes on during part of the chorus. But it's just, it's sad sounding for some reason. And it's not a sad song by itself, but for some reason it just sounds sad to me. And then another one, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because it's by, I'm pretty sure it's by Emma. I think that's her name. Yeah, it's called Dear Emily by Emma. And the only reason why I cry to it is because I feel like I heavily relate to it, even though my name's not Emily. And I feel like that's always a bad combination when you relate heavily to a song and it happens to be a really depressing song.
Yeah.
Because then it goes downhill from there. But yeah. Hide, don't you dare bring your Honkai Impact into here. How dare you?
The Greatest Showman music makes you cry, Shinny?
Well,
I mean, fair, I guess, but
hey, maybe she relates. Maybe she relates to being a part of a circus act. You know what? We're not going to talk about it.
I will say, if you like dogs and you ever need a good cry, just watch the music video for Waiting for Love.
Oh, God.
It will make you bawl your eyes out.
Let's listen to some Sarah McLachlan while we're at it. Talk about In the Arms of the Angel. But yeah. I mean, I think I liked the first Bayonetta theme song, Hide, compared to Moon River. I'm not saying Moon River's bad, but I think I liked Fly Me to the Moon better. Especially because now that I've heard those songs, whenever I hear like the original songs and I can sing along to it, people are like, why do you know that song? And I'm like, because of a slutty witch. Because, like, I don't know how else to explain it. But yeah. Not Dear Evan Hansen.
I don't think I ever cried to Dear Evan Hansen, but I do really like the songs. You
know what? Maybe I'm gonna say the actual musical is probably way better than the movie they did.
Oh yeah,
I think that's a rule of thumb for many things that were musicals turned into movies.
Yes.
I like looking at the Mean Girls musical movie.
Have you seen it?
No, but I haven't heard good things about it.
I haven't seen it, but I've listened to the actual Mean Girls musical, and the music's really good for it.
That's the thing. I've heard a bunch of people that have talked about the actual musical and everything, and they said that it itself is a pretty good rendition, but the movie turn form is terrible. Like, it does not work. And I would imagine it especially doesn't work considering it put a musical into a movie that was already a movie. And so it's like it's falling flat of something because it's being compared to something that it wasn't even necessarily trying to be.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh my gosh, kind of like when people compare The Legend of Korra to Avatar: The Last Airbender, Hurricane Tortilla. But yeah. Have you still not watched that?
No, I still haven't seen it.
You would like it.
I would probably.
Cause gay. Cause women.
I would hope there's a bit. I mean, gay, gay. I hope there's more substantial women. Okay.
There you go. You just need two things. Bam. Well, Shinny, here's the thing. I don't think we ever picture you crying, let alone to The Greatest Showman. Like, I think especially just that makes it very confusing. What other songs make you cry, Shinny? I want to know. Not how to hurt you, but I want to know what does hurt you. You know? There's not an infight, Hide. I don't think there's an infight.
Actually, I've seen a lot of drama between like the two.
I think. Really? When? Where?
I just haven't seen.
Oh, I thought you said you had seen it. I was like, where?
No. I haven't seen it.
Generally speaking, I feel like Avatar: Last Airbender purists just never watched Korra in the first place.
Yeah.
It's just like when we watch the live action they did. That was a trip.
That's part of the reason I'm kind of scared to watch the One Piece live action, because I'm kind of a One Piece purist when it comes to stuff like that.
People liked the live action. Even people that watched the original liked the live action.
I know, but there's also just certain aspects about it that I just don't think would translate well to a live action.
Well, you'll never know.
Specifically the main character.
You'll never know until you watch it.
I don't have access to a Netflix account.
Oh, dear God. I sense a lot of Kingdom Hearts in your future that will make you cry. All three of you. It wasn't a Cowboy Bebop, so I don't think it did really well. I don't know what that means.
They did a Cowboy Bebop live action, apparently, and it was really bad.
Did the main person, who I don't remember his name, did he look like Cassidy?
I don't fucking know.
Because that skin was awful.
Yeah.
But, you know, you'll never know. All right. I feel like, if anything, a lot of songs that would probably also get to Faye, maybe Shinny, but probably more so Faye, it was a lot of Disney songs. I feel like she would definitely be a crier to Disney songs. Well, that's good, Hide. I'm glad. Maybe it'll help you.
I will say, watching Disney movies for the first time and then seeing the songs be performed do get to me.
I think seeing any of the songs performed typically adds more to it.
Yes.
Because there's definitely way more like emotion when you can see people singing and instruments being performed. Like,
yes.
Oh yes, Pocahontas. See, I told you it would get shitty too. If you find that right Disney movie, it'll get you.
I don't think I've ever fully seen Pocahontas.
I know a Disney movie has probably made me cry, but I'm trying to remember which one it was. I don't know if it was recently. So it could be an old one.
I know two of which I can think of. Encanto made me cry and Coco made me cry. Coco made me and Mom bawl.
Well,
Coco's really good, and it's also just, you gotta be in a good mindset or otherwise it's just gonna tear you down, man.
Coco Chanel. I've also never seen that either. Never seen Coco, never seen Encanto.
Both are really good.
I've heard. Compared to other ones. Bam.
I will say, two songs that fill me with two very different emotions, but from shows.
Hi, Dark.
Hi, Dark. The Overtaken theme from One Piece
Okay.
because it is such an intrinsic part of One Piece when you're watching it that it fills you with like this, oh shit's about to go down. Oh ho 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 ho. It makes you very excited. It's very, very good sound design. Along the same vein, Drums of Liberty, also just really, really good. Just but then just a normal song that has become that I've become connected to is Waning Moon by Bare Naked Ladies. Specifically because
you feel like
it
a bare
was
naked lady.
no, because it was in the series finale of Red versus Blue, and it was during a very emotional scene, and so now it is just I'm very connected to it through that, and now it just makes me emotional, even though it's not necessarily a sad song. So
I'm trying to. There is something that made me cry recently, music wise, like with a show or a movie, but I'm trying to remember what it was. Well, at that point, I don't know if it was the music that was making me cry or something else, because I'm pretty sure I told you how I cried at Pokemon Concierge, right?
honestly, very fair.
I didn't even expect to cry, but I was just so happy when Psyduck found his calling.
I found that playlist I was talking about. It's just called Vampire Songs.
And what's on
there's only 7 songs on here.
Did you just listen to them on repeat when you were on the server?
Yes, I did.
Oh god.
The Red Means I Love You. She's Got That. Rivers is a Vampire. Creature of the Night. Good and Red. Pomegranate Lips. And Witch.
Wow. Did it make you feel like a better vampire?
It made me feel badass.
In Minecraft as a vampire?
Yes.
And there's stipulations, you know. Talking about all kinds of music, Dark. What's a song that made you cry in the past 10 years? Everyone has an answer. At least one. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. There was one song. Oh my gosh, no, I can think of a video game song that definitely made me cry, but that's just because of everything associated with it.
What?
It's a Twilight Princess song. Because it's I can't tell you what happens because it's a part of the game you haven't gotten to yet. But this is a very sad song, especially because it's like playing when you're like running through the rain and the stakes are really high and it's just really sad. But this entire song was a very dramatic moment, you know? Besides, Hide, I bet you could name multiple songs beyond 10 years that made you cry. And sooner. Everyone's had a good cry every now and then. If you're not in the shower crying, what are you doing? Right, Sarah?
I cried that much in the shower.
But it's great because all the liquids come out at the same time.
I think I cry in bed more.
I also realized that what I just said made it seem like you were like pissing and shitting yourself at the same time. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, you're already wet, so like the tears don't make a difference. Hide, I could see you completely crying while washing your hair.
There's just so much of it you have to wash.
See, I don't think I can cry to an Imagine Dragons song solely because they are such a meme to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of like angsty songs, some of which I think I have like 2 Imagine Dragons songs in total. And they're the big ones, not the B-sides. But yeah. Back to niceness. Bam. I don't know.
It's ending, I guess. There we go.
No, listen, it's what do you expect from it? How dare you? I don't know. I feel like it's very easy to associate emotional turmoil with songs for me, because like if I'm going through a hard time when I'm listening to a song, even if it's not like a sad song, that's what I'm going to associate with the song when I hear it in the future.
Yeah.
Because like I can think of multiple times, because of how I have my song list like structured, I have it based off of like when I added it and like saved it to my giant song list. So if I go back to a certain time and I play any one of those songs, I'll immediately be like, oh, this is when I was like really depressed. like that'll be an era of music that is just associated with depressing to me, which is sad because some of them are bops, but like at the same time, sometimes you want a depressive bop.
I mean, I have a playlist just called Songs to Scream.
To scream? Are you screaming the songs, or are you just screaming while the songs are playing?
I'm screaming the songs, basically. If I feel like a song is really good for like belting, then I add it to this playlist, because especially when I'm in the car, and it's mostly after therapy sessions.
And you just want to scream.
When I need to get a lot of emotions out and I'm feeling like really pent up, then I can just put this on and then I can just start screaming songs.
I think I've only done that with one song recently, and it wasn't even necessarily a song that you would think to belt the words out to.
Oh, some of these are not songs you would think, but they work really well.
And it wasn't even after therapy. To be fair, when I drive home from therapy, I play like party music on like the crowded ass 50 as I'm trying to like not get stuck in a red light. And I'm just like jamming while people around me are like, what is that noise? But yeah, I don't know. I think a good shower cry is the best cry for me, but at the same time, sometimes you put on a playlist in your bed at night and you're just staring up at the ceiling, and that's how you know that Hide hates you. And with that, Sarah had nothing to say.
I didn't.
It's because she agreed, naturally.
Yeah.
And with that, we're gonna call it here. Not only does Hide hate us, Rose hates us too. Yeah. And we're gonna go.
At least Rose I can accept it from.
Oh no, I wouldn't say listen to music in the shower. I mean, I only listen to music in the shower when I'm home alone. And even then, not all the time. But I feel like typically, if I listen to music in the shower, I'm just listening to music and then I stay in the shower for too long.
That's fair. I mean, I use it to kind of time my showers.
I couldn't do that because what if a jam comes on? I gotta finish the jam and see if another one comes on. And then if another jam comes on, what am I gonna do? Not do my dance routine in the shower?
I will say, my current phone makes it very hard to listen to stuff in the shower, because for some fucking reason, I will have it like on full volume so I can hear it, and halfway through playing whatever I'm listening to, it just decides, oh, I'm just gonna half the volume. And it's
do you think
what?
Maybe it's a notification thing?
No.
Okay. Sam.
because it's not like it's just doing it temporarily and then it's going back up. It's literally changing the volume.
Hide, do you take baths? Where are you putting your phone that it could have a chance of falling in the shower? Like, I'm confused. I don't get it. Anyways, okay. We're going. So see you guys later. I might stream this Wednesday. I don't know what I'm gonna stream because I already
Of
finished
course
Neon
you
White.
take baths, you bougie bitch.
Okay, we're leaving. Goodbye.